could you replace your entire workflow with just AI? This is an idea that I've been playing around with because AI has actually allowed so much new progress in types of workflows you can automate. Before we were limited to like function calling and all these different things from software, but now with AI, it can actually think and reason out certain steps and build workflows that weren't possible to be built before. So what I'm trying to do now is actually create this project wherein can I actually distribute or create a brand, a personal brand and an application, and then automate all of the marketing and distribution that surrounds this kind of system that I created. So I'm not an expert in marketing, but I am sort of an expert in AI. So this is what I came up with. So basically what I want is to generate like long form content and then have it repackaged in all of these different marketing channels. So like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. The primary platform I'm really focusing on is YouTube long form. But with just that one long form, you can imagine that there's so much small packagings that you can do. Like you can turn it into a clip, you can turn it into a static post, and all these things could be automated by AI, hopefully. So what does this kind of look like? So basically for my personal project, I'm creating like this crypto website where I talk about crypto, I talk about charts and analytics based on like the perspective of a data scientist. So I have all of these different kind of analytical charts and I break it down in my channel, right? So what I want, so even if this website is pretty good and I do have good insights, the bigger problem is distribution. So I was thinking, how do I distribute this and get people to know about this product, right? So this is the idea that I had on, since I also work in AI and tech, can I create an entire system to distribute this kind of content for me where I only focus on the main content, which is long form, and then it repackages everything into the different channels, and basically just amplifies the voice that you would have already had. I could have done all of this myself manually, but let's try to save 6-10 hours of our day and have to automate it. So this is what it looks like. This is my channel, Lo-Fi Ledger, where I'm trying to gain an audience and talk about crypto and AI. It's only been a month and you can see my highest view count is 48, and recently I've only been getting like 4 or 5 views. So definitely very new, have 0 following right now. But I'm enjoying the process of like, how do I automate all of this? So all of these thumbnails are actually created by AI. The raw video is created by me. But also, if you look at the shorts, all of these shorts are repackaged by AI. So it identified sections in those long form videos on what to clip, and then it generates the clip. So even like the editing wherein my face is down here and then up here is like the graph, all of that is done by AI just by referencing the long form. And if you look also, I have like Instagram, so you can see it also posts it on Instagram without my input. But yeah, like my Instagram doesn't have posts yet. That's something I have to work on. And if you look at Twitter, it also posts it on Twitter. So you get like free, quote unquote, free distribution with these pipelines. How does this really work? So first of all, the way I imagine AI to be, it's like a person, right? You have to explain to the person what you want to happen and then figure out a process to get from point A to point B, or yeah, basically. So in the Industrial Revolution, for example, there used to be people who do all the pieces of a production of a production line. So before the Industrial Revolution, people would like be specialists where they would do everything in like a pipeline or a chain to produce the final product. In the Industrial Revolution, people started specializing. Like this person will only hammer this nail. That's his only job, right? And the efficiency went up. That's kind of what we want to do with AI. We want to be able to create little pieces of processes, like small modular process. Okay, so this just edits the video. This just creates captions. This just does the upload. And then we can actually chain those modular processes together into one entire workflow and then create an entire pipeline. So that's kind of what I've been playing around with past few weeks. So this is what it looks like. So I created a new video just a few hours ago wherein I made a long form video. So I'm just recording this video to actually demo what's happening. So here, so for example, I uploaded this video and then I create a sign. So I can assign this either to my personal brand, which is basically, you know, right now I'm just talking about AI, and that's basically kind of my personal brand, like the development of these systems, while Lo-Fi Ledger is like my crypto channel where I talk about crypto. So right now I want to put this on crypto, and then, you know, what kind of source video is it? So I have like just a talk video, a talk audio, or long form. So this one's long form, and then the pipeline type. So this is like the distribute short form. So a while ago, what is the goal of this pipeline? So I was imagining basically what I want from this long form. I want, if I hired someone, I want them to turn it into clips, and I want them to upload it into all of these platforms. I want them to help me create the title. I want them to help me create the thumbnail, right? So I want them to do all these things. So for each of those processes, I did it myself first. I figured out how to do it, and then I packaged them into like these modular workflows, tied them together, and this is what this pipeline is doing. So for example, I wanted to call this 011. So this is like the folder, because this is kind of my 11th video, right? And then if I click assign here, it'll assign it. So now you can see this is what it looks like on the process. Now it's in the backlog, it's queued. So it says, you can see here, so right now it's saying it's transcribing Lo-Fi Ledger 11, right? So now it's gonna transcribe it. Yeah, we can wait for that to finish. Yeah, so basically it's still transcribing, but here I turned it on again. You can see that now it's researching title options. So this also a modular workflow that I thought about, which is basically it scours YouTube and looks for all of the high-performing titles and then suggests a title for me to use for this video. I probably should tune this more. I kind of rushed in this research portion. I feel like there's more leverage to be done here. But yeah, but right now, this is the flow. And see, so now it finished it, right? So now it finished the workflow. Now it's giving me a human gate. So now it's telling me pick a video title, right? So now I get to pick a video title. So choose one of the suggestions or write your own. So Bitcoin is not done crashing. What do I want this video to be about? So this talks about basically just what I wanted Bitcoin, what I feel like Bitcoin will do. So now I just pick a title. So a lot of this is kind of clickbaity. So there, I did put an option to like just type my own title. So maybe I'll just put this. Yeah, because I mean, we're just, you know, we're just having fun. We're demoing this on a video. So let's just pick this title so I can show you what's happening next. So now the pipeline continues, right? So the pipeline continues. It's suggesting the video title. And I think there's actually a way, there's probably actually a way to automate this decision-making process. Yeah, so I was able to automate that for a different thing, and I'm trying to automate all of these decisions. Yeah, but there is a way to kind of automate the decision-making process with AI as well. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna be working on the next few weeks, is to automate all of this. So instead of me picking, an AI will pick, but it's gonna be aligned with my expectations. If you guys are interested in that, I'll do a video on it. But yeah, so now it's telling me to choose a thumbnail title. So I can select more than one. So here, so basically I select these and it'll create like thumbnails for this. So if I click these two titles, now the workflow is continuing, right? Yeah, so this is one thing that a lot of people get wrong, I think, with AI right now, is they try to make AI like do everything up front. But if you can actually plan out what you want, like a process, and then build that process incrementally, it can create these entire pipelines where you're kind of like not doing anything. So right now it says it's cutting clips. Yeah, so here no thumbnails yet, but yeah, so now it's in the cutting clip phase, and I'll pause this and get back when it's done. So basically, we finished this step, and now it's asking for photos. So this is really what I meant about like constructing your modular workflow. I wanted it to check if it had workflow, if it had my photos in the workflow. So basically, if you look at the thumbnails that I was trying to create, it always had me in it, right? So if it didn't have like a photo reference, I wanted it to ask me for a photo. So now I'm gonna drop some photos. I just downloaded them. So I'll select these, I'll click open, then it's uploading. And then now it's going to the next step, which is, so now see, photos confirmed 3 files. So now it's resuming the next step, and it should create my thumbnails and upload the videos once I approve the thumbnails. So here you can see it says generating thumbnails. And it should generate 6 thumbnails because we had 2 thumbnail titles and I uploaded 3 photos. So it's like gonna generate 6 different thumbnail titles, and then it's gonna ask me to approve which thumbnails I want to add to this long form video. Yeah, so that's kind of how I'm automating it. But also, yeah, I want to find a way in order to automate that decision-making process, which I already have an idea. But I mean, just a preview, you can Google LLM as a judge. So I'm trying to create like a similar kind of system that will help me outsource that kind of evaluation to an AI. So the next time I do it, it will be able to capture or make these decisions on the thumbnails. So let's just wait for this and I'll show you the next step, and then hopefully you guys get to see the full end-to-end product or end-to-end flow, so you get ideas on how you can implement this in your own workflows. So here we see that it's finished generating, and now on to the next part of the process, which is me picking thumbnails. So you can see it generated this folder with thumbnails, and now I get to like select the thumbnails. Yeah, so right now I get to choose what thumbnail I want for the video. I'm thinking about this or this. I want it to be clear, I guess. Yeah, maybe this one, because it's like more in themed. This one looks kind of generic, I would say. So I will click this one and I'll click approve. Then it'll say confirm thumbnail selection. So I confirm it. Then if I go back, it's gonna go into the uploading stage. Oh, and then it failed. So I have to check this because this is the first time I'm doing this. So I was able to fix it. It was just an API issue. And you can see, yeah, the next step, it's uploading it to YouTube. So if I go to my YouTube, you can see this is like pending, and it's uploading it with all the gates that we did. And yeah, once it's done, it's gonna ask me to approve clips. And then when it asks me to approve clips, I can then schedule the clips. So basically there, I just automated this entire process using AI. And yeah, as long as you can define the workflow clearly, I think people can really leverage AI into creating these dynamic workflows. Anyway, I think I've shown enough. If you guys like this content and want to see other videos where I try to automate the evaluation process as well, like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.